Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Dolphins coming in at 5-7, going up against the Bengals, who come in at 6-6.
Larry, we could have been assigned to December games in Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Instead, we get the plum assignment here in sunny Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. The gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ndamukong Suh with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the grab by Croft. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 32-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
3 yards remaining here on second down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles Harris in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep. He's got a man complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Play clock winding down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
141. Watch the hot. Watch the hot. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want...
And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. first down. He'll drop to throw it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down. He'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Counter play, Drake. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
140.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll go down at the 28. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
140. Orange, watch the hot. Blue set, watch the hot. Orange left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
85.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? An NFL update. They're in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll get it to Drake running left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Three-man line, okay? So just play 3-man line. Watch twist. 180.
Looking to throw. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he's got his man on the out route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Forced out to his left. Incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Second down following the incompletion. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Ten yards to go on third. They'll set up to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They send Stills in motion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. A give running right. Drake stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
85. Set. 140. 92 set.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
85. 145.
A pitch out to Drake. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
140. 3-man line, okay? Just play a 3-man line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. Kenny Stills the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
145. Orange left. 85. It's a 3-man line, okay? Just play a 3-man line. Orange left.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15.
140. It's a 3-man line, okay? So just play a 3-man line.
Back to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Here we go. 3-19. Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. Again, it's Mixon, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now they run with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. Always got some breathing room. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards on the ground. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Set, 140, 140. 80 straight. Set, orange left. Switch.
They'll look to throw here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll set up a throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens have wound up winning that football game. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Here we go now.
On the give, this is their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. Slot man moves right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And they do spike it in time with just 1 second remaining. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Second down now after the pass completion. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Second down following the run.
85. Set. 140. 140. Set. 180. 180.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Three-man line. Okay, just play three-man line.
The play clock's running down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a first throw here in overtime. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. They find some open field here. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Miami, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.